Hello folks, and welcome to another episode of Shogun Total War, where I'm playing as Clan Shimazu, and I'm making good progress here. I'm pushing through central Japan. I am butting heads with Clan Oda up here and around the Wakasa area, and I am expecting a rather large counterattack at some point. Hopefully not. Hopefully they are getting enough pressure from their northern territories to not be able to fight against me, but I'm kind of nervous about this. I do have my heir holding this position here in Wakasa. I do not like defending Wakasa. It's a rather tricky province to defend. There just isn't really, there's no hills to like hide on or camp on or anything like that. So it's really easy to get encircled and surrounded and all that. And I don't want my son to die. So this makes me a little nervous. I am tempted to... So I have a castle building in Yamashiro, but it's just, I just put it in the queue. So it's still going to be 2 turns before that's ready. And I don't think I want to wait that long before I push on Omi. That's going to mean I have to split this army in 2. Because I'll have to attack Iga and Omi at the same time. Otherwise, the rebels here in Iga might take Yamashiro. So that's something I'm thinking about doing. I just, at this point, it's already going to be really hard if they attack with everything they have in Mino and Echizen. But if I can relieve some of that pressure and take Omi, or at least just distract this army here in Omi. Now, they don't have a lot of good soldiers, to be honest. It's mostly just Ashigaru, basic Yari Samurai. Although these Yari Samurai do have an armor bonus. You can tell that by this little bronze shield icon. That indicates that they've had an armor bonus. So yeah, some of these soldiers do have a little decent bonus to their armor, but it is basic troops, more samurais, more Ashigaru. More of the same here. And they do have some cavalry up here. And then, yeah, some more cavalry up here. And their heir is in this, and he's, oh my goodness, does he not have a, the heir does not have any command stars as a general. That's really bad. So, the general of this army right here is just, Akechi Mitsuhide, which is this cavalry commander. And I know the heir for the Oda clan does start with 3 stars, so he's had a rough campaign here. He's lost a lot of battles, and he's lost all of his command points. That's actually kind of sad. Yeah, that sucks for him. Alright, so yeah, I'm probably going to split this army up, but it's not that simple. So there's a few other things. I did decide I do want to keep pushing and attack Yamato. A part of me really wants this army in Yamato to stay and take this fight. Just because what the rebels have been doing, since the rebels held most of central Japan when I started to make my push, they've just been falling back to Ise basically, and it looks like they're going to be making their stand here. That part of me thinks that's okay, and a part of that's a lot of archers. Holy moly. Wow. That's so many. And actually not that many monks, actually. That's kind of surprises me. I thought there'd be a lot more monks. So it's just the 2 units of monks here. Don't know what they have here. That could just be 2 units of monks, to be honest. You know, because I'm really surprised there's not more monks here. Issa starts the campaign with a Buddhist temple, which is the building that you can use to produce warrior monks. So it's usually it's usually their thing. They usually produce a lot of those. So let's see, you got a castle being produced here in Key. Also, I have public order issues here in Key. It's 95%, so it's not the worst. These shinobi have just been moved into Key, so that effect has not been taken into account for that public loyalty or that population loyalty. So that should be fine. I'm still just a little bit nervous. I'm still tempted just to kind of move one of these guys down. Just because I really don't want... I really don't want anything bad to happen here. And because of that, I'm tempted to move someone over to Kawachi just to hold this garrison. If you've been watching any of my videos before, you know by now I don't like to leave provinces undefended when I attack from them. In this case, I'm attacking from Kawachi to Yamato, and sometimes, for some reason, armies can just kind of cross paths and attack each other's provinces without there being any conflict to resolve. So just to make sure that they can't take Kawachi for free, I want to make sure I have a unit placed there. And now to consider... Okay, so I was tempted to take a few units out of this attacking force to tempt the rebels into actually taking this fight. Just because my numbers are so heavily in my advantage, they're probably going to run away and consolidate to Ise. And I kind of want to attack them piecemeal. I'd rather kind of take this group out here in Yamato. However, frankly, I'm more comfortable fighting in Ise than Yamato. Yamato is a tricky, if I remember correctly, Yamato is a tricky little province to fight in. It's just a lot of really little hills with forests scattered throughout the entire map. It's interesting for sure, and I kind of would like to show you a fight in Yamato, but holy smokes, I don't know if that's something that I want to do with, you know, warrior monks. I need to be able to shoot these guys with a lot of arrows before they hit my lines. I was looking at this army and trying to think if there's anything I would want to leave behind, but there really isn't. I'd like 3 spears to take the charges from the warrior monks. I'd like my 4 archers to shoot them. I would like my 4 Nodachi swordsmen to take the 2 warrior monks. And I would like my cavalry to run them down. So there's really nothing I want to leave behind here. So I'm just going to go for it. Hopefully they hold and, you know, stand and fight me in Yamato. But if not, I'm fine taking this climatic final battle here in Ise. That'll be fine with me. So let's see, I do want to split this army up. Looks like I have some options here. I have a couple 2-star generals that I can use, so I want to make sure that one's in each army. So, and I think I can balance this pretty well here. I think I can do, let's see, archer, and then I'll do 2 Nodachi, 2 spearmen, and 1 horse. And archer. There we go. That looks like a pretty even force. And 384. So they actually outnumber me a little bit, but I think I like my troop quality better. So I'm fine with taking that. And then I'll take these guys and I'll attack Iga. I'll leave this archer here, just in case they pull any shenanigans and try to attack through me. Again, I would like it better if I had this castle already built, but I just don't want to wait. This is making me nervous, and this is all making me nervous, so I want to push on this and force Oda's hand. Before I get any further, let's just take a look at what's going on here in the whole world of Japan. So, just as a reminder, Clan Hojo is gone, so it's basically coming down to a climatic final battle between Clan Yusugi and Clan Takeda. Clan Imagawa is still hanging on. They still have the province of Mikawa, and it looks like they still have Echu, but those aren't good provinces. They're going to be collapsing pretty soon, I'm guessing. And this is really interesting, actually. Having Clan Takeda be one of the last 2 factions, it's usually between the Hojo and the Yusugi, and it's almost always a final battle between one of those 2 clans. I'm actually really rooting for Clan Takeda in this sense, because that'd be really fun to see. I mean, I'm always fighting Yusugi for the final battle, either them or Hojo, as I said. So, and each clan has a certain preference for how they like to build their armies. So, you know, Yusugi likes to use a lot of archers, a lot of heavy, like Nagi Nadakev and warrior monks, whereas Takeda is known for its cavalry. It's all cavalry, and I don't know, I think it'd just be kind of fun to have, like, to really face some, like, hardcore late game Takeda armies. So, I'm rooting for them. Yeah, go Clan Takeda. They're still kind of the underdogs, honestly. I mean, they have a decent little chunk of territories, but these territories that Clan Yusugi has right here they're so rich. They're so rich. They're making so much money off of these territories. So, yeah, Clan Takeda is going to have to really pull off some good fights here in northern Japan for them to pull ahead. But we will see how that goes. And keep an eye on that. Let's see how diplomacy is looking. So yeah, Takeda is at war with Imagawa and Yusugi. And, yep, Yusugi is at war with Imagawa, Takeda, and Clan Oda. And, oh, they are, so we are allies. So I should probably be rooting for Clan Yusugi if I want to be nice, but, whatever. I forgot that we were allies. It's been so long. Let's see, yeah, so the campaign starts in 1530, so it's been, 12 years, 48 turns, since it's, 4 turns per year. So I think I'm making pretty good progress here, considering that it's been 12 years and I'm almost halfway through Japan. But there's still a lot of work to be done, especially once I start hitting these northern territories. This is all just a setup here for the climatic battles that are about to happen. Another thing that happened in the last episode is that the Portuguese landed. Oh yeah, their ship's still here. So yeah, the Portuguese landed and they proposed that we trade, but one of the conditions was that we convert to Christianity, which I will gladly accept because I get to get guns and a lot of money from them. But the way the money works, so there's a few things. One thing is I have to build a bunch of churches. I can build a church here. And I can only build a church in provinces where I have a large castle, so I need to start building a few more of those. But once I have 8 churches, I can build a cathedral. And once I build a cathedral, then I'm collecting money from all of the churches in Japan. Not just my own, but any churches the other clans build as well. Also, once I have that cathedral built, then I can start producing musketeers, which are the best guns in the game. But that's I'm getting ahead of myself. I can talk a little bit more about guns in the future. But right now I just want to get straight on with building as many churches as I can. Also, it's going to help spread Christianity throughout my lands. So there's going to be a public order hit. So I'm not Christian yet, but in the 4 turns, or no, 3 seasons from now, once this church is being built, or once it is finished being built, then I am technically a Christian clan. And the people are not going to be happy at first because they're Buddhist. So there's going to be some public unrest. They're going to be a little grumpy with me, and public order is going to be an issue throughout my entire region. However, this is the first time that I've played Clan Shimazu where I've actually taken Yamashiro before the Portuguese showed up. So in this case, if I was correct in my assumptions, Yamashiro might actually provide a public order bonus to the entire like all of my provinces. Like the owner of Yamashiro might actually provide a population loyalty bonus to everything else. So that could make it easier, and frankly this is going to be the test, I guess I could say, to see if that's true or not. So let's see, I got 3 churches being built. I have the money to spend. I think I'd like to build some more. Can build a church. Yeah, so I have to get a large castle. And yeah, so I'll build that here. And another thing I can start building is these Portuguese trading posts. And these are the things that let me build the guns. So it's basically, if you look down there, under the description, it says it produces arquebusiers. And that's just, for one thing, I'm not going to keep saying that word. I'm just going to say guns because it's easier to say. But yeah, those are primitive guns. It's basically just a hollowed out stick on a stick. Or no, it's a hollowed out piece of steel on a stick that you have a fuse on, and you point in a certain direction and it goes boom. They're inaccurate, they're short ranged, they don't work in rain, but they scare the bejesus out of people. So they're good for causing moral breaks in the battlefield. And later on, I can get musketeers, which is the better form of guns in this game. And they have longer range, better accuracy, all that good stuff. They can actually fire in light rain as well. Not heavy rain, but light rain. And that's what the cathedral is going to do for me. Once I have 8 churches built, I can build a cathedral. And then when I have a cathedral, I can build or produce musketeers from the Portuguese trading post. So that's what I'm going to be going for in regards to that. That's probably a decent little chunk of money spent, considering that I'm building a port here in Wakasa and castles here and here, right? Yeah. So I'm going to stick with that for now. I don't, you know, just because I'm not counting, so I don't really know how much money I have to spend on soldiers. Can probably start. So this is the army that I've been kind of keeping back to keep the public order in check back here. And actually, to come think of that, I'm probably gonna just keep them back here, just in case I have problems regarding turning Christian. And yeah, I'm gonna want to keep producing these guys. The shinobi are gonna be really important for me, and also with keeping public order in check. So yeah. I think I'm ready to end the turn here. Yeah, so my heirs are all a long way off from coming of age. Taxes are low, yes they are. Alright, let's end the turn and see what happens. Okay, I've finished building the port in Awa. Finished building the port in Harima. Good. And the general did decide to retreat, so I was expecting that. That's fine. And okay, so I am taking this fight here in Omi, so that's fine. I think I have a good chance of winning this. It is a 2-star general versus a 2-star general, so no advantage in that regard, but hopefully my brain can overcome the AI brain. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, and here we are in Omi, and it's wintertime. I actually kind of forgot that I was fighting in winter, but that should be okay. Light snow, that'll be fine. It's actually kind of nice fighting in the winter sometimes. It looks pretty. I mean, it does have detrimental effects on my army actually fighting. So it makes my soldiers tire out faster. It makes them move a little slower in the snow. But none of my soldiers actually have heavy armor, so that actually should be fine-ish. Let's see. So how do I want to do this? I got... I think I want to group my Ashigaru with my archers, and I'll put them in group 1. And then I'll have my Nodachi grouped separately. Actually, wait. And 2 and 3. I have my general grouped separately so I don't get them killed. And horses as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So looks good. Alright, where are they at? Oh, straight ahead. Okay, so I'm thinking about just going up this way. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of them are up here as well. That seems like a really good spot for them. I wonder if I should just go through there, but... yeah, this should be fine. Speed this up. Alright, now I'm gonna have my first group get set up here, and I'll have my flanking forces of Nodachi soldiers get set up behind them, and general and horses. So the way I have this here is that when I have a group of different types of units that I like to have in certain formations, there are hotkeyed formations within the game that I can use. This is something that I use a lot more when I have bigger armies, but in this case what it allows me to do is to change formations on the fly. In this case I have it set so that the archers are in the front, so that I can skirmish first and try to win that skirmish engagement, and I have the spears behind them. However, with the quick press of a button, that one unit is going to change formations to having the spears out front to guard the archers, and the archers in the back to stay protected, with just one press of the button. And I can demonstrate that right here just really quick for you. So I just pressed it one key. All I did was pressed, the number 2 key, and they moved, so the archers in the back, spears in the front. And I can do that again to get them back to how they were. If I want skirmish forward, like so, and I can just spread them out. I don't know, and this is something that I'm really curious about, to see if this was something that was used a lot by Shogun players back in the day. A part of me really doubts that this was something used in multiplayer. They were probably like, I don't know, they were probably like too good for this, to be honest. But I mean, I kind of like found it, and I've never seen it talked about in any, I don't know, like guides or tips or discussions. So I'm really actually curious to see if people have used this at all, because they're group formations, and I think a lot of people assumed that group formations were only for complete armies. But, you know, as you've seen, they don't have to be. They can be used just for small sections of the army. So in this case, I'm being charged by some spearmen, so I'm just gonna, you know, I just switched to have the spears out in front. I'm gonna pull my Nodachis like this, and they're already running away. So let's see, I'm gonna have them, and it looks like there were some guys hiding out in the woods. I'm gonna bring my cavalry out to try to intercept them before they get to the woods, and I'm going to bring this group. They can keep chasing, and I can bring this group up as well, and keep the general close behind. And let's see, they're done, that's fine. And just keep them up like there. Alright, how we going? Archers versus horses. Horses should be fine. They do have some more soldiers up here in the woods. It looks like I should be able to take out this group though before any help arrives. Hopefully, maybe. Come on. Jesus. Maybe not. Alright. Alright. Try to get out of here. 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 Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's actually really hard to extract cavalry from engagements in this game, which I think is actually pretty, realistic, right? It should be difficult. It should be hard once you're engaged to get out of that engagement. It's just one of those things that I think Total War games have. I understand why they made it easier. It makes sense. It's just, ease of play brings in more players. So I totally get it. But, yeah, it's just interesting how in some ways with these older games, that's really interesting. So like my group won their engagement, and now they're just running away because they were forced to run away. And because they had so many units to their rear, they fled. They're running away right now, even though they're winning that engagement. So yeah, it's kind of tricky using cavalry sometimes because, they just, if you try to extract them, they can get a little nervous and just bug out on you. Let's see. So it looks like they have the range advantage. I just have 2 archers and they have 2.5 maybe. Bunch of Ashigaru, 1 unit of full strength Yari spears. It would be nice if my... let's see. Rally? Nope. I'll put these guys in loose formation because I don't want my general to die. And now I think, just because they have more archers than me, it's time for me to push the advantage on here. It'd be really nice if my... Yeah, nope, my cavalry ran right off the field. That's a bummer. Looks like they're running away now, so... Let's see, looks like my archer pressure was a little too much for them. And I'll take this engagement, I'll take that engagement, and let's see, right here. Now this is a little dicey. This is the only one that scares me because of it's their Yari Samurai versus my Yari Ashigaru. So they're probably gonna win this one, but I'm gonna get my archers around to the side to try to support this engagement. And I just want to send, you know, Dachi into this general, and let's see. And I'll bring my archers here into melee to try to help out with that engagement. And let's see, I can have my general keep firing and have him attack there. And is there? Oh my goodness, how did I lose this battle? Wow. I'm really surprised that they lost to all of those Ashigaru over there. That's really interesting. So I'll have him fight there, and oops, now my guys are running away. Oh, wow. Jeez. That took a turn, didn't it? That was surprising. I really did not expect that. I mean, obviously, at the end, it would have been helpful to have my cavalry be able to help out in some of those engagements, especially because they did have more archers than me, but this really surprised me, this engagement right here, because they had, I think, maybe 2 units of Ashigaru, and I had 1 unit of Ashigaru and 1 unit of Nodachi, and they somehow lost that. I mean, maybe they had 3 units of Ashigaru, but still, that surprised me. I did not expect that. And it looks like, so I mean, I did like kill more of theirs than they killed of mine, barely, but still, that's a tough little loss, but it's not really, in the grand scheme of things, it's not a big deal. And the rebel general and Iga has decided he cannot win the battle and is retreating. That was to be expected as well, and I was able to pillage some Koku from there. Ooh, and that's rough, and that's really unexpected because I checked. Oh, that, you know, that must be from building the churches. I thought it wasn't going to happen until after the churches were completed, but this is the only explanation in my opinion, because so now I've had my first revolt. This is my first rebel uprising and a territory that I've conquered. And it happens, obviously, when public order gets too low. And you saw me checking my public order before I ended the turn, and everything was okay except for the one region of Key. So the only explanation for this is me starting the building of the churches. Yeah, so that's another one right there. So it's a good thing I kept this army back here. It's pretty battered, and it's probably going to need some help to deal with these rebel uprisings. Iko-Iki revolts are also, it's a specific type of rebel revolt, which is really tricky to deal with because they tend to be more monks. The Iko-Iki was, this is going to be a really bastardized version of history, but they were essentially a branch of fanatical Buddhism back then. So these are probably going to be warrior monks, and that's going to be really tough to deal with. So it just was the 2 of them. And yep, that's, holy God. Okay, yeah, so that's, Jesus. So, wow. That was surprising. I thought I had, honestly, I thought I had enough shinobi in these back provinces to help deal with this, and man, was I wrong. So, whew. So this is going to be a thing. I'm going to be dealing with I'm going to be dealing with revolutions for a while here. A lot of revolutions. Jeez, oh Pete's. So this is going to slow me down for a bit. I just have to, yeah, do the best I can and try to get the shinobi in places where, you know, where I can try to tame things. Let's see. So that's 87, 73, yeah. Yeah, brutal, tough. That's tough. Jeez. Alright, get him over, and so no, you know, I'll just keep him here. And like so. Whew. Yeah, so that's tough. Bring these guys up here. It's 89. It's 134. Not looking good. Let's see. Okay, so that is... So yeah, I remember when I was looking at this small little army and I was guessing that they would both be warrior monks. Well, they were, and they retreated to this castle, which is really good for me because now I can just starve them out. Yeah, I'm not going to fight them. Definitely not going to fight those. I'm just going to let them starve to death in their castle. Speaking of castles, I get one building here in Yamato. And let's see. So, you know, of all things, I would say when it comes to that theory of whether or not taking Yamashiro increases public order throughout the I mean, maybe that's different, right? Like if the case in question is, you know, switching to Christianity, but holy moly, this is different. So, all right, so I need to get these guys, I need to get these shinobi, you know, wherever I can. So get this guy over in Yamato, and I have more being built here. I think I can also build them here in Tajima, or at least I could before this army attacked. So it's kind of a bummer. I kind of forgot that. I could boost shinobi here. Let's see. So what I am tempted to do is I can probably bring some of these guys back. And it's just a really ragtag force, but maybe I can bring them and attack here in Tajima. So the way this works is that even though they appear on the map, they haven't technically attacked me yet until I've pressed end turn on this turn. So I have a chance to essentially reinforce this region and force a battle in which I believe, if I'm right about this, I think if I place my army from Mimasaka into Bichu and then press end turn, then I am the defender of this river battle. I think so. Now, it's not great because I don't have a lot of archers, and if these are warrior monks, then I want archers, but it's kind of a beggars can't be choosers situation. I just have to hope that I can defend this. And then in regards to Tajima, yeah, I think I just do the same thing. I take this little ragtag force right here. And yeah, it's too bad I can't see what the force is, so I don't know what's in them, but yeah, I'm just tempted to, I mean, why not? Just go for it and see, just, you know, do the best I can do with that. And yeah, there's probably going to be a lot more, so, and on that note, I should probably get to building more soldiers, right? At least, you know, while I can. So yeah, so that's something I can do also, is I can build soldiers in some of these regions where things are looking dicey. Well, at least I can there. I don't know if I can anywhere else. So let's see, I can bring him. Yeah, that'll be fine. Whew, alright, that's, yeah, it's kind of stressful. I wasn't actually, I really wasn't expecting that to happen. That was kind of something that I thought I was going to have a relatively easy push here into central Japan, but looks like I'm going to be dealing with a lot of that, and I am nervous to press enter in here. That's going to be a lot of pressure. So, yeah, I think I need to produce more soldiers too, just to get this going. Do that. That might be good for this turn. Actually, that might be it for this turn, or this year, to be honest. And then, so in this case, I really just want to attack again because I feel like I could take him, but you know, then again, this group of soldiers right here is the only thing keeping the population loyalty in Yamashiro okay. So yeah, I think I'll just hold for now. But this continues to make me nervous here. Whew, yeah, that's a lot of stress right there. So, gosh. Kind of afraid to press enter in here, but I think there's nothing else I can do for now, so I'm just gonna go for it and see how it goes. Alright, so yeah, I wasn't able to afford all of the soldiers that I tried to train. Let's see, finish the castle, finish the castle. And there's the attack that I was waiting for in Wakasa. Alright, so yeah, so I am being counted as the defender in this case, so that's really good. And I do have a decent little troop advantage over them as far as numbers go, so we will see. Also, 1-star general, I at least have that in my favor, and they have a 0-star general, so hopefully this works out. Looks like they are choosing to attack in the rain, but it looks like it's just a light rain. And in any case, I barely have any archers in this army anyway, so wasn't going to be able to do much with them. So I'll just group these guys rather simply. Let's see, I'll just do that. This is such a haggard little army here. Okay, and I almost forgot that since I'm defending, I can actually just place my armies before the battle begins. I think this is the first time that y'all have seen me defend a battle so far, so hopefully it works out okay. I don't fight defensive battles on rivers very often, so we'll see how this works. I have no idea what they have. So I just don't really know quite. Sometimes if they have a lot of archers, I don't want to be close to the river because then they can just shoot me and push me off of the river. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna set up here and hopefully they don't have archers. Well, that's a lot of Arshigaru, so that's not good. Just 11 Yari Samurai, so that's pretty haggard. And then 1 full strength unit of Nodachi, that's good, and 1 full strength unit of, which is my general, the Yari Samurai. So, yeah, that's pretty haggard. Let's see what they have. Yep, warrior monks, that's 2 full units of warrior monks, then 1 full unit of archers. Jeez. Okay, so they whew. So they are, it is a 0-star general, so that's a good thing. That's one thing I have in my favor. But that's a meat grinder right there. I mean, they very well could beat everything that I have. They could kill my entire army. Just those 2 units of warrior monks. I do have the advantage of being able to fight them here on this bridge. When units are on a bridge, they have a morale penalty that they have to deal with. But warrior monk's morale is already so high as it is that I don't know. We'll just have to see how it goes. I will be able to, even though I have only 12 archers, they'll be able to get some shots in, at least. Whew, that's scary. That's tough. That's a lot. That's a lot of warrior monks. I don't fight them without a lot of archers, and I think you know this by now. So, man, that's gonna be tough. And yeah, they're probably gonna bring their archers up and just kind of push me off of this, the bridge defense. I'm wondering if I should just back up and take one of these hills and hold a hill, maybe. That might be an idea. let's see. Let's see how we go here. So yeah, looks like they are getting their archers in position to do something. Alright, nothing for it, just gotta send everyone in here. Alright, let's see if I can get a little flanking attack here. So it says they're losing. And yeah, just throw some more numbers in. Make sure that my archers are shooting at their archers. And yeah, let's just hope for the best here. Yeah, it looks like it says they're losing. It says they're losing. My Nodachi might actually be able to pull it out in this case. Jeez, oh Pete, looks like I'm gonna win this one. And that's so, and this is so ironic, right? Because I just like, in the last battle, you just watched me lose to a bunch of like Ashigarus with my, you know, my Nodachi swordsman. And then somehow I was able to just, I mean, don't get me wrong, I lost a lot of Nodachi swordsmen in this battle, but they beat them. They beat those monks. So yeah, should just be able to cut through these samurais and or these archers and go from there. Hopefully. Right, I can speed this up a little bit. There we go. And that should be fine to speed it up. So yeah, that was a dicey little battle, but I was able to pull it off. Did lose a lot of guys. Yeah, lost 177. So it's pretty close. Alright, and so again, I'm outnumbering them 344 against 240, so it is in my favor. We'll see what they have. Hopefully not warrior monks. Alright, I'm trying to remember how this province goes. So they deploy, I think they deploy down here. So it's not the easiest province to defend, but I do have, actually yeah, I could just go back here and back up and go up this hill, so I think that's what I'll do. Let's see, so I just have, this should be a decent force, honestly. Got some spears. And then just 10 Nodachi, that's not much. And then some Cav, not much either. So yeah, I think I just want to go back here and march up this hill. Doesn't really matter where I put them, I'm just gonna bring them back here, go up this hill, and then turn around and face them as they come in. Since I can't deploy out of, this is my boundary for the deployment zone, so I can't deploy exactly up on this hill, so just gonna go here, and then let's see how far. And the red means I can't go any further. So I'm just gonna go up here and hold my ground up on this hill. And hopefully that works. Get set up. Oops, no. And maybe I can scout with my Cav? Or maybe not, I don't know. I'll just let them come to me. Not seeing them. Huh. I'm starting to get a little spooked. I can hear them, but I can't see them. Where are those buggers? There they are. There they are. Alright, what do they have? Archers, Ashigaru. I'm not seeing any monks, so this might be my lucky day. Ashigaru and 3 units of archers. Okay, that's... Phew, that's fine. That'll be fine. I just don't want to hold this hill, though, in that case. So, yeah. I'm just going to bring my guys down and attack them, because if I try to hold, they can just shoot me. So I'm not going to let them do that. And I'll bring my cav around. Just this one unit of infantry that they have. Should be able to deal with them, no problem. Already shooting at my horses and responding to that threat. I'm just simply trying to get around them like this and like this. And let's see. They're really tracking my cavalry with these Ashigaru. They're trying to get on them really. But I'm just going to intercept like that. And bring these guys around like that. I can intercept them with my Ashigaru. And it looks like some horses got caught by the Ashigaru, but most of them are getting in here. And let's see, I can get on Ashigaru right there. And as long as I'm chasing these guys with at least 2 units, that should be fine. And where's my archer? Okay, so just bring my archer in. I'll just want him here. And looks like everyone's about to run away pretty soon here. Okay, that's good. That's all settled. How many spearmen are left? So not much. So I can just send my horses and they can take care of the rest of the archers. Easy enough battle. However things going, just chasing these guys to the sunset, that's fine. It's just gonna take a while to get them. Just want to make sure I chase with everything that I have, even the ones that are too slow to make a difference. I just want to make sure that in case they ever turn around and fight. That's the thing, it's kind of tricky in times. When playing this game, there's one of the things that's tricky is that these routes that look like they're foregone conclusions, you know, because everyone's running away, and you know, it's tempting just to really just speed it up now and call it a game. But there's a chance that that everything just like, you know, they rally and they turn around and they fight you, and if you're speeding up the time limit, then you're not able to like respond and, you know, command your armies effectively, and you can actually lose a lot of soldiers that way. And that's actually happened to me in this campaign. it's easy to get a little sloppy with that. But in this case, let's see, as long as I keep an eye on them, looks like they're actually fleeing, and I won't have to worry about that happening. Yeah, it's just that one little soldier. That's the last guy right there. There we go. Didn't lose too many there, so that's good. And Wakasa province invaded. So this is a little nerve-wracking. They didn't attack me with everything they have, so that's good. And I'm not seeing, I don't know what general they're attacking me with because there's nothing that's actually in my province right now. I'm gonna try to fight this one. Gosh, I just realized, so I don't have any actual Yari Samurai. That's tricky because I brought my Yari Samurai back to help out in Tajima, so... Yeah, that's, it's a little dicey. Because this is my heir, but he's a 4-star general. I have a lot of Nodachi swordsmen, so that's good. I have a decent amount of archers, so that's good. Yeah, we'll just see how it goes. We'll try to fight this one. Alright, so here's what I mean when I say Wakasa is kind of a nightmare to defend. Like, where the heck am I supposed to set up, you know? It's like a, yeah, it's a bowl, and the enemy, I think, deploys, I can't really remember. I think they're over here or over here somewhere. So it's kind of like a bowl, right? You think maybe I can just kind of deploy on this ridge, but then they just, you know, whatever, they just go around. So, and that's what I always do. When I attack Wakasa, I just go around up this hill, come around, and I face them, and I attack into the trees like this. This way, when whoever's defending loses this battle in the woods, they flee through the attacking force and everyone ends up getting cut down and destroyed. So it's kind of a tricky province. I might actually just kind of go straight to the boundary here and just kind of defend the, I don't know, this forest maybe? This way, if they run away, the edge is right there, so yeah, I think that's what I'm tempted to do. Or just this. Just have my back to them. Yeah, this is also an idea. But I like the idea of the forest just because I don't, since I have so many, I have 3 units of Nodachi and I don't want them to get taken out by archers, and the forest will help me defend against archers or like hide against arrow fire. So yeah, I think this is what I'm going to do. So I'll just get set up like so. I'll do my 3 archers and 3 Ashigaru, and I'll put them in a group together and do it like so, and then I will have my Nodachi in 3 separate groups just so I can micromanage them effectively. 2, 3. Oh yeah, this is kind of awkward because I'm against the barrier right here. So I'll just move them when I get a chance. So I'll do 5 for my general. Yeah. So this is kind of awkward because I'm against the barrier, but I'll move them in position once the battle starts. And I'll keep my cavalry out here. Okay, so let's see. I'll move these guys off to this side. And I'll keep him in the back. And I'll have my general and my heir. I need to remind myself that this is my heir. This is my son. I can't let him die. I have to keep this guy alive, so we'll see how that goes. fighting in the forest can be a little tricky. It's just something, it's just, in my opinion, it's just one of those things where it's really helpful if you keep patient with it. So when selecting units and so on, it's just one of those things where anytime the cursor turns red, you can't select there, you can't go there. Anytime it's yellow, you can. So you just have to, like, the way that commanding these battles works is it's really important to try to keep cool and understand that it's more important to get your commands right than it is to panic and forget what you're doing or to have a misclick. Yeah, it's just really important to be accurate with your clicks and your commands and try not to panic. So that's something I try to remind myself. I know that for people that are used to the newer games where you don't have to worry about clicking through trees and stuff, just because you, like, the trees can essentially are ignored by the cursor. Playing games like this can be a little frustrating. I mean, archaic even, but I think it's fine. I mean, I'm used to it obviously, so it's just one of those things that as long as you just take your time with it, it'll be fine. And speaking of that, let's see what the enemy has here. Alright, so yeah, they're coming up the way that I like to attack. You go around the forest, you go around the hill, and then you come at them like so. And I'm a little worried that my soldiers, if I do lose this, they're going to keep breaking off that way. I hope they just go straight back and, you know, run away that way, but I guess first things first, maybe I can try to not lose this battle, and I won't have to worry about which direction my soldiers run away. So, let's see, looks like there's quite a few archers, so I'm glad that I'm in a forest. And yeah, a lot of Ashigaru, like I was saying. So not a whole lot of professional Yari samurai. It's mostly the archers that are going to be a problem, but that's why I'm in the forest. Let's see. I thought they did have some Yari samurai. Did I lose them? Alright, so my archer's already starting to fire on them. Yeah, so they're already running away. And the thing is that, so the Ashigaru, the way that the morale system works is that the Ashigaru scare other Ashigaru. So like, when one group of Ashigaru is running away, others are likely to run away because they all are low morale soldiers. However, them running away won't affect the morale of other samurai units. So these Yari samurai and the samurai archers, they don't really care if the Ashigaru run away because they expect them to. As professional soldiers, they see themselves as elite, and they don't really care so much when these peasants run away. So there's some interesting aspects to that. You know, one is that in armies that rely on Ashigaru, it's a little tricky. If one runs, they might all run. And I'm also curious, like I said, I didn't get to see how many stars this general has, so I wonder how good of a morale bonus is actually being attributed to these Ashigaru from the general. So it looks like they are being brought in pretty close here with, see, now I'm tempted. I wonder what they're doing. I wonder what this is. I wonder why they're going through here. I'm tempted because now, like, they left a lot of their archers open. Actually no, I'm gonna just keep I want to keep my cavalry back to see if there's ever going to be an opening to take out this archer general. And how are my archers doing? So some of them are taking some hits, but other than that, looks like they're... Now these guys down here don't have the best firing angle. They're kind of behind a hill here, which isn't great, but it was the best I could do in the moment. So it looks like what they're doing is going to be an extreme push on my right flank, bringing in, you know, as many... So all of their heavy infantry, their concentrated force is going to be coming through here, so... Interesting. I'm tempted to push out with my Nodachi at least. And they keep on pushing closer and closer with their samurai archers. It's an interesting attack. It's making me a little nervous because I am hemmed in here. But I believe my soldiers are all winning their skirmish engagements. Well, I mean, maybe. It's hard to tell just because they have more than me, but... Yeah, they're coming for a full surround here, so... What I can do is turn my Nodachi to face them in this direction. And he might be... yeah. So that's coming in. That's as good as an attack in my opinion, so... Let's see, and they're running away up here. And these guys might be sneaking around, so I'll keep this unit of Nodachi over there. And let's see. Just for good measure, I'm gonna switch my units around to keep my Ashigaru in front. And I might be able to cause a mass rout with this one unit right here. And that would be really, really good because right now I have this unit of cavalry back here that's just like waiting, just waiting for this. Like, they're hungry. They are hungry. Feed the horses. Let's see. So I do want to, if I can, I'd like to bring in... Let's see. I'd actually just like to bring in and force the issue here and do this. And start bringing up my soldiers to help support. As long as I have a mass route going, I may as well push the issue. Let's see. Go here, and yeah, I want to see if I can get this general. Like I said before, I don't quite, I don't know if that's like an heir or, yeah, I don't know. I don't know who this is, so I don't know if it's important to kill him or not, to be honest. But yeah, I'm gonna go for him. And I'll just keep bringing my army up. In this case, I would just want to push the issue just because I want to make sure that, if any, again, this is like the entire army routing at this point, so if they turn around and face me, okay, so I've killed the general, so that's good, so now I can just attack at will. Pretty much anyone that, yeah, just attack. I have a feeling that these horses are going to get a lot of kills during this battle. And just keep speeding this up a little bit. See, and like this, like they keep trying to rally and fight back, and if that happens on a large scale, especially, so one thing, oh yeah, this is something that can happen, is sometimes if like soldiers will rally in the forest while I'm chasing them with my cavalry. Well, cavalry don't fight well in the forest, so like if they stand their ground, they can just, just wipe out an entire unit of cavalry in seconds. So it's something that you have to watch out for. I don't really know where they're going right now. I'm telling them to go this way. So what happens with the pathing is sometimes they'll just go after like single soldiers when you can tell them to click on a unit. However, if you click on a space on the map and tell them to go past that space, and they have to run past units to get to that space, what they're going to do is just obviously going to kill whatever's in their way. So that's one way to get around the pathing. And I'll just keep making sure that they're following their orders. And yeah, this Oda army has a long way to go before they get to where they're safe. Oh man, jeez, that's just brutal. That's brutal. Alright, anything else? Yeah, there's a few more I can take. Alright, what's left? There we go. Alright, so I only lost 70 men and I killed almost 700 of theirs, so that's a pretty good outcome there. Alright, Siege in Iga province is going well. This is the one that has the 2 units of warrior monks, so yeah, I'd like to make sure that goes well. Just 2 more turns for this one. And so the general that defended Bichu province has been promoted. Arima Yoshimoto, good job, man. You did well. That was a good fight. And let's see, so things are still looking very scary. However, I didn't have any additional revolts in that turn, so that's good. That's like a little silver lining, if I may say so. Yeah, gosh, there's a lot of work to be done here. Let's see, so I can bring him and do that, and oh man, that's a lot of work to be done. Alright, so what are we looking at? 78, 62. So do this. 86. Okay. 96. That should be fine. 85. Maybe he'll help there. 96, 90. $85, 90, 79. That's pretty rough. So I'll build there, and 89's looking pretty rough. I think. Yeah, that's dicey. I'm just gonna put him here for now, I suppose. I can. Do I not? I thought I did, but I guess so Tajima's, I always build, and I guess I forgot to do this, but so Tajima gives a bonus to any shinobi that are produced in this province, so I like to build obviously a shinobi here. But I guess I never produced that building, which is the tea house. Yeah, the tea house is where I can produce shinobi, and I never built it here in Tajima. And right now I can't afford it, right? 250, yeah. So I don't have the money to build that right here. So right now the only place where I'm building shinobi is Bungo. Yeah, so that's some dire situation right there. I do have some more soldiers I can bring out, so yeah, put them there. And where can I bring these guys? It's 86, and that's 85. I'll bring them there. And there, and let's see, any more soldiers? No. Nope, that's all I have for there, so yeah, it's pretty dicey. But I did deal a major blow to Clan Oda in that turn, so not saying, I mean, they could still attack again. I didn't lose too much, but still, just seeing this army on the field maybe makes me pretty nervous. I am tempted to go in again here at Omi. Population loyalty is still, it's not good at all, and a part of me feels like this is not a really good time to be attacking at all, just because of everything that's going on right now. But yeah, and actually, so what I should be doing is, gosh, that's a lot of archers, holy moly. And that's one of those things that can kind of take you by surprise. You might think like, oh, archers, that's just no problem, like obviously just rush them. But they can really cut you to pieces. So like none of the soldiers in the Japanese army roster for this game carries shields. So archers are effective. They do a lot of damage. So it's just one of those things where an entire archer army like that with just 2 units of warrior, 3 or 2 basically, this can still win battles, and they're producing more archers. So, all right, fine. I do want to bring a few units here. I just want to. I will do. Yeah, I just want to try to make sure that Key doesn't revolt as well. And, maybe even bring a unit or 2 over. To Iga as well. Just try to settle things down. I think I'm building in a castle here. Yes, I am. So, whew, yeah, that's some pretty dicey stuff going on here. Let's see where I'm at as far as time goes. So yeah, that's probably good for my time. Yeah, I wasn't able to get Issa. I thought that I was going to be able to get this battle in for you, but holy smokes, I think you'd agree that I still have quite a lot of pressure, a lot of issues to deal with in my back territory. That's just ugly to look at. My goodness, that's terrifying. And in addition, speaking of terrifying, my heir, my son, is hanging on for dear life up here, facing off against these Oda forces, and they I would not be surprised if they just kept attacking. Now, yeah, their armies aren't looking too great, but yeah, I'm like as I've said a few times, I'm not comfortable fighting in Wakasa. It's a tough little province to defend. So yeah, I might actually, what I will do is just want 1 unit of professional spearmen in Wakasa, just for good measure. And yeah, alright, so I'm going to call it there. So I hope you all have enjoyed this episode, and until next time, this has been Khan of Step, and this has been Shogun Total War. Thank you very much, and goodbye.